Today in our class we will continue the chapter temperate zone and we will discuss today the great grassland. Okay, so let's start. First we will discuss about the great grassland. Okay, few areas like Central Asia, Central Europe, Central North America, there are hardly any trees here, and the natural vegetation is mostly different kind of grasses. The land stretches for long distance and is undulating, and the soil in the grassland receives its nutrient from the growth and decay of grass and grass root. Natural fires and those created by the humans being help in renewing the land and growing the fresh grass. It grow because 2/3 of the grasses are below the ground, and they can therefore survive the fire and remain alive. And now there are the grasslands are known by the different name in the different part of the world. Okay, so now we will discuss one by one this type of grassland. Okay, prairies of North America. These grasslands are huge areas in the middle of North America, and the climate here varies from being fairly moist to being rather dry in the central portions. This create the different types of prairies, like the tall grasses prairies in the eastern portions, mixed grass prairies in the central plain, short grass prairies in the rain shadow of the Rocky Mountain. Okay, and which lie on the west of the continent. Here, very little of these original green prairies remain because much of the land has been turned into the agricultural land. These are very suitable for the growing wheat, rye and oats. Okay. Steppes of Eurasia. This type of grassland spread from the eastern China across the Mongolia and Russia to Europe. The soil is rich and fertile with the wildflower over the vast stretches of land. The grass looks silvery and finally turn yellow in summer. Tufted grasses and flowers like wild tulip, poppies cover the plains, and on the steppe it can be both very cold and very dry. Okay, and in much of Europe the grassland have been turned into the agricultural land. Okay. Pampas of South America. The grasslands lie mainly in Argentina and extend into Uruguay. This climate in this region is warm and humid. In the humid areas, the natural vegetation has a varieties of grasses which are good for food. Good food for grazing animals. This area is also has some shrubs. Okay, and most of the natural vegetation in this region has been replaced by agricultural and cattle ranching. Okay, that means this region is also developed by the agricultural land. Okay, Veld of South Africa. The Veld, that is sometimes also written as VELD, Veld, is a vast areas of treeless grassland in the territory of South Africa. And this region is the high central plateau of South Africa. Trees are found only in few places. Mostly frost, fire, grazing animals allow grass to grow but prevent the growth of the tree. Last one is Downs of Australia. These grasslands are vast stretches of flat land with the grass of the varying height depending on the climate of the area and the fertility of the soil. And the Downs of the Australia are one of the largest grazing area in the world for sheep. Okay, so these are all about the grassland in the different part grassland. Okay, so you have to remember the grassland of North America known as prairies, grassland of Eurasia known as steppes, grassland of South America known as pampas, and grassland of South Africa known as veld, and the last one Australian grassland known as downs. Okay, so this is all about the great grassland. I hope all of you understood. Thank you.